The first big move of the NBA offseason didn't feature Giannis Antetokounmpo or Kevin Durant, but rather Desmond Bane, with the Orlando Magic placing a massive bet on the former Grizzly after going 3 years without acquiring a player via trade. Here's why that bet will pay off. At first glance, 2 rotation players and control of 5 first-round draft picks seems like an incredibly steep price to pay for a zero-time All-Star. But that oversells the value of those picks, undersells the caliber of player Bane has become, how well he fits with the Magic, and where Orlando finds itself in the competitive cycle, which is suddenly the fringes of contention. Let's start with the picks, 3 of which are headed from Orlando to Memphis outright. The 16th pick in this year's draft, plus unprotected first-rounders in 2028 and 2030. Then there's a 2026 swap in which Memphis will receive the least favorable of Washington and Phoenix's picks, and a top 2 protected 2029 swap between the Magic and Grizzlies. To start, you can consider one of those picks the cost of dumping Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's negative value contract. Second, the Magic projected to be a middling East team at worst before this deal was consummated. The chance any of those picks would have turned into a Bane-level player was slim. Now, could that draft capital have been stashed and eventually traded for a bigger star? Perhaps, but it's unlikely the Magic were going to win any of the upcoming superstar sweepstakes. In the meantime, they've added a borderline all-star just entering his prime, who fills a team need and is under contract through 2029.
It's really enough for me.
Bane isn't a top-tier creator, but he's underrated in that regard and far more than just a play finisher or catch-and-shoot specialist. The 27-year-old is a legitimate 3-level scorer who brings the shooting, spacing, and movement desperately needed to unlock a Magic offense that hasn't finished higher than 22nd in efficiency since 2012. A career 41% three-point shooter on more than 6 attempts per game, Bane can punish teams on or off the ball. He's averaged 20 points per game over the last 4 years while flirting with 50-40-90 shooting splits, and he's grown considerably as a playmaker. One of the most impressive aspects of Bane's offense has been his ability to maintain efficiency while creating more of his own looks. As a rookie during the 2020-21 season, only 29% of Bane's 2-pointers were unassisted, and just 7% of his 3-pointers were self-created. In 2024-25, Bane created 57% of his 2-pointers and 37% of his long-range buckets while posting the exact same 60% true shooting mark in years 1 and 5 of his career.
Yeah, consistent.
Bane's negative wingspan has often been cited as a defensive concern, but he puts forth an honest effort on that end of the court, and he'll be well insulated as part of an elite and sizable defense in Orlando. The Magic are a more complete team today, with an offense that should be much tougher to shut down. Bane's arrival will feel like manna from heaven for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, whose jobs are going to get a lot easier with Bane sprinting off screens around them. That's a scary thought for opponents, given what Banchero and Wagner have already been able to accomplish with little space to work with.
I've got nothing to work with here.
Bane's contract, like the picks surrendered for him, will be a point of contention. He still has $163 million owed to him over the next 4 years. But the league's salary cap should grow by 10% year over year thanks to a massive influx of new media rights money, meaning Bane's salaries will be worth between 21 and 24% of the cap each season. That's fine for a player of his ilk, though the Magic will have to get creative to duck the second apron beginning in 2026-27. Bane himself is an attractive asset, just as Banchero, Wagner, and starting point guard Jalen Suggs all are. There's also Tristan da Silva, Anthony Black, and Goga Bitadze. Plus, the Magic still own 3 first-round picks and 11 second-rounders between 2026 and 2032, so they can make more moves if necessary. For now, though, Orlando has a dynamite 2-way core of 27 and younger talent, all under long-term team control. That gives them a real chance in a wide-open conference. It's true that not every team would have taken this shot, but kudos to the Magic for having the guts to.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.